What's up, all my YouTube fans, my Facebook fans? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. We're about to go live. Damn live YouTube.
One, two.
What's up, world? It's your man, the one only MrSan44Man. Tune in every Thursday to Detroit Raw Live right here on BigRadio.net. 7 p.m. every Thursday where we talk about a variety of everything from love to hate to everything that you got going on in the world. And also, you know I'm on that politics. So you tune in every Thursday, 7 p.m. Detroit Raw Live right here only on BigRadio.net.
What's up, world? It's your man, the one and only MrSan44Man in the house. You're tuned into the Detroit Raw Live show right here, only on ventradio.net. Happy New Year to everybody out there in the world. Y'all made it through the 2018 season. Let's hope that you can make it out into the season. So keep yourself safe, keep yourself healthy, and understand you're going to break those resolutions. So let's keep it 100. It's cold outside. Right now, the temperature outside is about 19 below zero in the city of Detroit and all around the surrounding areas. Everybody's getting a bit of the bite from the cold. The whole East Coast is getting hit with winter weather. Y'all looking at me right now on Facebook. Oh, are y'all feeling like that right now? Yeah, because it's that cold outside, y'all. They say that the temperature hasn't been like this since 1936. We'll be breaking a record, ladies and gentlemen, around the world. I just did this for show. Glenn was looking at me like, what the hell is you going through? It's hot in here. Yeah, it is. But I just wanted to let y'all see that, hey, it is cold out there. I know these temperatures are low. If you haven't paid your light and gas bill, you probably want to consider making some type of arrangements tomorrow, because you hate to have those babies in the house with no heat, no lights, and you know what I'm saying. It's going to be tragic. We lost 2 people in the city of Detroit, and also across America. These temperatures are very, very brutal. Since 1979, the temperature has not been below 8 or 18 days in this type of brutal weather. Between the 8th and the 18th in 1979, all right? That was 11 days. We're going to sit back and break that record today. We're going to break that record because tomorrow and Saturday should make it 12 and 13. So we'll be around that area. So we'll be breaking a new record. Don't want to kind of break that kind of record, but that's the kind of record that's going to be broken. Also, New York, Washington, y'all got a big snowstorm coming, especially in Boston, where y'all looking to get about at least 6 to 12 feet, of snow. So, man, shit, I'm protected out here. It's cold out there. He think I'm playing, and he just came from outside. World, you know what's up? It's cold out here. I just had to put on some extra layers of clothes just so I can make sure I keep myself healthy, so I can come on the air and be with your man. But also, if you are a driver that's driving right now out here in Southfield, or you take the Southfield Freeway, here's a public service announcement by your man, the one and only MrSan44Man. There is a traffic campaign by the Michigan State Police that will be cracking down on everyone that is driving on M39, aka Southfield Freeway. Here's the reason. Somebody felt that was deemed to say and report of texting and driving, for those who do that, as well as excessive speeding. Now, the Michigan State Police is on this crackdown in addition with the Detroit Police, all right? So listen very carefully about what I'm about to tell you. Detroit gonna pull you over. State gonna pull right up on you. Once they do that, it's a higher offense and a higher fine for you as the driver, okay? So now what's going to happen is anybody, and I'm just going to let you know that how very, very serious they are about this situation. They're saying that if you driving 56 miles an hour and the freeway is 55, if you're driving 56 miles an hour, they're going to flag you. They're going to flag you. So what you want to do is you don't want to be caught on the Southfield Freeway in this type of situation, because I just let y'all know the hunt is on for you. So watch yourself while you out there. City politics. What did I tell y'all about what was going on with the city of Detroit? Didn't I let y'all know? I said we done lost all our ties. We done lost all our power. They imprisoned the mayor, or former mayor, I should say. Now we got some goddamn allegations, and the feds have been in there. The feds has been downtown, ladies and gentlemen, around the world. The feds is cracking down in the city of Detroit on government officials. And it's causing an alarm around the whole city. Yeah. Celia Washington is the ex-deputy chief of the city of Detroit. She just took that cop. Now, she didn't want to take that cop, but I think she understood about the law that she was supposed to be upholding, and that if she didn't cooperate, she was going to get body slammed. So Celia Washington said, hey, look, okay, I did have contracts of people's cars being towed, and I was taking bribes from these towing companies that were taking your cars. 100%. Now, Benny Napoleon, he's caught up in the mix too. Waiting to just hear what they got on him. But they have a whole list of people. Now, what's getting ready to happen now? You about to have the whole city government overhauled. Special elections. Bringing in the white faces that are bringing themselves in to the city of Detroit. The millennials. Those young white people that got the money from that old money and trying to rebuild this state, or rebuild this city. It's nothing for you. It's nothing for me. Everybody's going about their business, doing their thing. So what do we say? It's cool. They're going to take all the politicians in the city of Detroit and they're going to turn them all the way over. And in case you don't know what the plan is, here's what the plan is. The plan is to take all the judges, black judges, out of the city of Detroit and transfer them to the suburbs. Once they get transferred to the suburbs, then the suburbians have an adversary in which they're getting ready to have their person from that community get that judge outvoted, and then that judge has no more power because they've transferred you from Detroit, they've stuck you into the suburbs, you just lost your position, so now you're out. Dig that. In case you didn't know. So if you do know, now you know. If you didn't, now you really know. Okay? I mean, it's sad to say, but we in trouble, Black America. We're in trouble. And if you are too naive to understand that, you better understand it. What's y'all resolutions? What's everybody's New Year's? What they saying? I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop shooting people. I'm gonna stop stealing. What is your New Year's to make yourself better? MrSan44Man, I just told my engineer. I just told my girl Sonia, assistant. She asked me, what you about to do? What is your thing? Well, you know what? To be a better person. to not be so fixated and self-centered on myself because of the simple fact that I didn't have it before. But I'm somebody now. And so therefore I don't need to even tell you who I am. Because you should know. The executive producer of the Detroit Raw Show. The executive producer of Detroit Raw Live. But I understand Detroit Raw. I did Detroit Raw by myself. But see, I generated Detroit Raw Live from a young man called Glenn Cannon. And if I ever make anything, it wasn't going to just because Detroit Raw. It more or less will be because of Detroit Raw Live. Now, Glenn is an older young man as myself. He could be considered my brother, not my father. But he does have the knowledge like a father. But like I say, hey, I say, nigga, wait a minute, hold up. You could be my brother, yeah, my big brother, but to the same degree, you know, we have our, we do have our things like a brother. You know what I'm saying? We do. He been, boy, you crazy as hell. I don't know what the hell wrong with you. But you know what?
I gotta speak up for myself.
Yeah, you better get up here and speak. I'm trying.
You know, you just need to understand that there's levels to anything that we do.
Right.
And there's always going to be somebody, or hopefully there will be someone that comes into your life to take you to the next level.
Right.
I've been fortunate to have a man come into my life as my mentor and take me to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel an obligation, at least if you're going to be around me, is to try to give that gift to someone else. That's really all it is.
Right.
You may see it as something else because you've been doing things a certain way for a certain period of time.
Right.
But I did a whole lot of stuff wrong for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a right way and there's a wrong way. There's an amateur way and there's a professional way.
Right.
That's it. That's all. It's not personal at all. It's trying to get to the next level with my team going to the next level as well.
And it's like you know how if you play sports and you participate in a team, you know you got the coach on your ass. You could have did it better, do it better, give it more, you know. I guess he knows where to pull me from because he'd be like saying, don't mess this up. And I'm so into, I don't want to mess it up. And then it's like, you know what to do. Just don't screw it up.
Well, it's not, all. But it's not, in what we do, there's always going to be screw-ups. That's not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is when you go into a professional environment and you represent yourself as an amateur, it just can't be tolerated.
And people won't take you serious.
Are not going to. Because other professionals know how this stuff goes. You may be trying to create your own style of doing things. There's nothing wrong with that. But it has to be within the constraints of the structure. And when you step outside of the structure, you make not only yourself look unprofessional, you make your team look unprofessional.
And that's what I be worried about, world. Don't make your team. Don't make the team. You know, you don't want to be there at the goal line. Here you are open by yourself. Here's the ball thrown to you. You the only one that's available to catch it. Nobody's around you, and you drop the damn ball.
Yeah, but if you haven't been trained on how to catch the ball, you're absolutely going to drop the ball.
And that's the thing.
Yeah. So you train in practice. When you're on the playing field, you're trying to win. Right. It's my job to make sure that we are trying to get a victory. Right. It has nothing to do with you and I personally. It has nothing. You may feel that way because I'm talking to you, but it has nothing to do with that. After the job is done, me and you might talk about any number of things or do any number of things. But when I'm in production, I automatically go to a certain level because this is what I do and I want to be the best at. Period. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
And see, and you know, I was just, when we had, you know, world, if y'all happen to tune in to us this Tuesday, we had Dr. Umar Johnson here, and he was speaking about, you know, how he's trying to do the job and the quest that he's trying to achieve, and how his own people, black people, are trying to hold him down, bring him down, disrespect him, throw his name out there. And it's like, if we don't have nobody that's going to help teach us or show us, if we're not willing to just accept, just open your mouth at all these people that Glenn got out here talking about, thanks to Glenn Cannon, thanks to Glenn Cannon, if it wasn't for Glenn Cannon, if it wasn't for Glenn Cannon, Glenn Cannon, Glenn Cannon, Glenn Cannon. That's all I heard that night. Even whether it was on the stage, somebody in the hallway, or to the side. I remember Glenn did this for me. I remember Glenn had me this. And I said, you know what? This is somebody that has a vision. And he just wants some real people that's going to be on that team to make that vision happen. And so therefore, sometimes I'm a professional, but yet and still sometimes a professional can learn a little bit more from another professional. And that's what the point that I'm trying to get. We need to just sometimes listen to what someone else has to say. And even though you got your, I mean, I'm an old dog, I'm 52 years old, but yet and still, you can still learn.
Yeah, but that really has nothing to do with it. That analogy applies to dogs.
I mean, if you want to learn, you're going to learn.
Well,
if you don't, then you're not. If you want to improve, you're going to grow, you're going to do that.
Yeah, but you can't learn unless you open yourself up to learn. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying.
A very good friend of mine said to me one day, and I was so mad at him when he said this to me. He said, man, you a damn savage. And I was mad enough to actually do something to him.
Did you ask him why?
But, well, after I stopped and thought about it, I realized that he was correct in his assessment.
Okay.
Once I understood that he wasn't attacking me personally, he was attacking the way that I do things.
Okay.
And he's right. I've been a savage for most of my life. But that's also the thing that made me start to turn it around and say, damn, I don't want to be that.
Right.
But in order not to be that, I had some stuff I had to fix. So, in what we do in production, in movie, films, live events, radio, TV, whatever it is, if it falls under the banner of entertainment, just like I realized that I was a savage, I also realized that I am a top flight producer of content. I know that. I know that to be the truth. So my quest is to every day become better, and every day have the people that I have around me become better with me. Other than that, I'm spinning my wheels.
Right.
I'm not doing anything.
Right.
Because if I'm the only one that knows how to do it on a certain level, that don't fix nothing for me. Because I'm only one man. I can only be on one production at a time.
Right.
So it's important. I mean, when you look at the news, okay, and that's media arts. Well, all of those reporters have different styles, but they have to operate under the guidelines of their station. Because the station has set these guidelines in place so that they can give you a consistent broadcast. Not all over the place, you know. And I understand when you learning on the fly and you saying, well, I'm going to do this. I saw so-and-so do this, so I'm going to do it like that. I get that. We all start there, but that's not where you want to finish. People are, actually, if you keep doing what you're doing, you won't even have to say your name. They'll recognize your voice. Right.
And I thought about that today, Glenn. I surely did. It's like, Sam, you got this unique voice that, you know, people, you don't even have to say nothing. You just say, hey, what's happening? And they'd be like, that sounds like Sam.
When I hear Frankie Darcell, I know it's Frankie Darcell.
Right.
I know her style. I know her voice. Well, that's where we're trying to get the people at Vent to be. To where people, because at the end of the day, it's not about one person.
Right.
It's not.
It's about all of us as a team.
Yeah, see, but we'll get on the air and we'll say, well, black people need to do this and we need to try to do that and we need to try to come together. But how can you truly put that out into the world when you steady looking in the mirror at yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You are just really supposed to be the vessel that's delivering the information.
But you know what, Glenn? And I'm gonna tell you like this, straight up. In this information society, Instamatic, put me on YouTube, put me on Facebook, Instagram, I'll be famous. People don't look at it like that.
Yeah, but it's because people don't understand fame. Fame comes from the work. Fame does not come from popularity.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of people on Facebook who are popular.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't getting a quarter from it.
Right, right. Which is bullshit because I can't do it.
Well, but I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
fame comes because of high quality work.
Mm-hmm.
When Chrysler makes a car, and people buy that car, and then people start saying, "It's a damn good car."
Mm-hmm.
Well, the car is being bought because people are giving testimony saying that it's a great car. What the hell? I don't want to be on here.
Yeah, you making some knowledge.
See, that's what I mean. See, he just went back to grade school.
Look, bro. I want y'all to see this great man.
Because people, I understand that it's about this message that I'm giving. It's not about
you,
me.
right?
It's
right,
not.
Right.
It's about this information.
Right.
Now, for you, I understand your position too, because you are in front of the camera, in front of the mic guy.
Mm-hmm.
But if everybody wanted to do what you do, who would produce the product?
Yeah, you're right.
So keep the damn camera on for me.
And shouts out to all 93 viewers that I just had on. I'm sorry I had to cut y'all off. Just hit back up again. We can get another 94 views. And I appreciate that. The views are really becoming.
Because the people are seeing the work.
The value.
They're seeing the value of the work.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, because we do work hard here at ventradio.net. We try to
and we want to be your station.
We do.
We're going to be your station.
We're going to be your station. That's it. That's it. Oh, shouts out to Old School Hot 101 down there in Orlando, Florida. We in some talks doing some things, and that's my nephew Sean down there in Hot 101, and that's Old School. And for everybody down there in Orlando that's tuning in to your man, MrSan44Man, I really appreciate y'all, and I love y'all. I'm gonna move on to some political things that we was talking about. Well, we was talking about the city politics. Now we want to run to the national politics. Fire and fury inside the Trump White House has come out today. Well, no, not today. It came out in the UK today. Oh, speaking of that, we got this book that just came out a few hours ago in England. Word from the reporters over there in our friendly pond got word about how the life is in the White House. We got everything from Trump is crazy, to Trump is out of his mind, to he shouldn't have the launch codes, to psychological evaluations, to impeachment. Hey, you know what? That's kind of a lot of shit for a president. I mean, don't you think so? He's got a lot of issues. Did you see the latest Twitter?
I didn't. Tell me about it.
Let's get her first.
Stephanie, if you gave truth serum to many political operatives, both Democratic or Republican, they'd admit that they were better off had Hillary Clinton ended up winning. And I think that was true for a lot of Republicans. You look at the 2018 midterm map right now, which looks really rough for Republicans. If Hillary Clinton been president, all of a sudden the map would be really good for Republicans. Someone like Joe Manchin in West Virginia would be incredibly chairman of the House Oversight and Government.
And then when y'all gonna get to the book?
And so I think that's a position.
Right.
Get ready for this tomorrow.
So the book, ladies and gentlemen, it was supposed to be released on Monday, but they updated the release date, so you can go and pick it up tomorrow at your nearest bookstore, online or offline. Fire and Fury is at bookstands tomorrow. Inside the Trump White House, Steve Bannon versus Donald Trump. The word is Steve Bannon kind of sold Trump out because he called him on his radio show at Breitbart Radio, no endorsement, yesterday. And he told on his radio show how he admired the president and how the president was good for him. And then this morning, this bombshell drops on him how the president is so crazy and how this stuff is going on. Now, the president wants to dismiss himself from Steve Bannon now.
You want to hear what Whoopi and the girls had to say about that?
Yeah, let's see what they had to say about it.
The reason everyone is sitting like this is because this book has come out and everybody's head is exploded. It's called Fire and Fury by Michael Wolff, who had full access to you-know-who's campaign in his first year in the White House. And even though they now say everything in the book is a lie, the White House is already put out a cease and desist order to drop some of the biggest bombshells. President Steve Bannon. Any thoughts, my friends, on why? A writer into the White House to sit there and listen for a journalist.
Just in the hallway.
Right. He had a lot of access, but what was interesting to me about the cease and desist letter, they say that there was sort of this non-disparagement agreement between Bannon and the White House. And he also says that in some cases, there were outright defamatory statements made. So not in all cases, but in some cases. And that's significant. That's a legal standard. But I mean, the non-disparagement clause speaks probably all our numbers, right? They have a non-disparagement clause in government. Well, I think this went back to the campaign, didn't it? Yeah. I don't know which would have been government. I don't know. They said that Melania cried on election night. So did I.
Listen, Bannon was supposed to be his man.
Yeah.
So, if Bannon is not the writer of the book, why is he serving him with a cease and desist instead of saying...
No. Bannon gave the information out. He wants cease and desist on Michael Wolff.
Yeah, but
it's on Bannon. Bannon is the one that gave the information to
Right, but he wants cease and desist on the book.
But the book is worse.
Right. But it ain't gonna happen. It's out. You can't stop it. So that's not gonna happen.
Well, he's saying that they believe they can stop it because some of the information in the book has to do with the investigations going on in the White House.
Shit, if anything, he just opened it up.
The fact that the president did have meetings with Russian oligarchs or whatever they're called, as it was stated, and that still hasn't been proven by the legal team, but it's in this book saying, hey, go get this information.
I just don't understand. How did you get into the White House? Not have proper clearance. They said this cat was just hanging out like an old broad. Just as soon as they came, he's in the hallway and getting information. I'm like, why? What was his credentials? Who was Donald Trump letting in the White House? What? So, and then now it's this big conflict about who said what and what's what. And I'm look, ladies and gentlemen around the world, when MrSan44Man on Detroit Raw said, don't vote for Donald Trump, y'all gonna make a big mistake. Y'all didn't hear me, but just you didn't like to hear what a tone in the voice of a black man. I understand. But now how you feeling right now? How you feeling right now? You got a nutcase that got launch codes. Some of us could probably handle those codes better than this cat. His tweets is out of line. He just go off. They talking about the man is unraveling. He repeats himself every 30 minutes. Now it went to every 10 minutes. What's happening?
Yeah, but I mean,
they said he think he got Alzheimer's.
Man, this dude, I mean, it really doesn't matter what he has or doesn't have. They knew this guy was a maniac, but they were so busy trying to get back at America for electing
Obama.
Mm-hmm. And the racist folks in this country
mm-hmm.
were so proud that they had another racist
mm-hmm.
to get behind. Even Aaron Carter released a statement yesterday. I don't know if you guys seen it. She said that Trump and his cabinet must have forgot that he got in the White House due to racism. Now, this was Aaron Carter that made this statement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, in other words, Trump and Bannon are now getting away from their base. And this is why you see these kind of statements coming at one another now. Mm-hmm. Because Bannon just had that super huge loss in Alabama.
I was going to say, yeah, I think the Moore situation is what divided them even more. Because the president came out based on Bannon and, you know, having the whole Republican Party come out on his behalf. And then when that backfired, everybody knew that that was going to be a big issue between the two of them.
But see, that's one thing that I'm talking about, though. Again, y'all use the black people. Even though a Democrat got the seat, you use Black America to do it. Because you knew that Alabama is the primary red state.
Yeah, but you can't have a successful Democratic win without black people.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got a caller coming in.
Callers coming in from everywhere. What the heck is going on? We're not gonna take that.
You see this call coming in from everywhere.
Yeah, and they're actually calling in on the wrong line.
Okay, here's the right line, y'all. 248-429-7224. If you want to kick it in on this conversation we're having, that's what's really going on in our federal government here. 248-429-7224. Holla at your man, one only MrSan44Man, and join us and Glenn and Sonya here. We just kicking it about this new book that came out, that's due to come out tomorrow. Fire and Fury has brought a lot of fire and fury inside the Trump White House, and it's just the fact that how will it play out? Give me a call. Let me know. How do you think this is going to play out? We hear people talking about impeachment. We hear people talking about the man is a fruitcake. What the hell's going on? Hey, like I said, y'all invited him in. Y'all brought him in, and I told you that was not the right move. But now everybody having their second thoughts. But just as Glenn had just said, you worked on your racism. You worked and heard what he was saying. He was saying the rhetoric that you like to hear. That's why you all get behind these computers and do what you do. Because this internet, it caters to your bias. Whatever you saying, people gonna work on. We got another caller about to call in right here. And we're gonna see what you talking about. 248-429-7224. And give me a call. Detroit Raw, live with your man, the one and only MrSan44Man. Are we taking it?
And then hold up, I guess.
Okay, I guess they didn't hold up. Give me a call back, caller 248-429-7224. And I got 15 minutes, and I'm going to get off this government thing here with Trump. We can already discussed him and let you know, hey, go pick up the book, Fire and Fury, creating a problem in the White House. And I hope to see a lot of people go to jail behind that. But anyway, here's a $95,000 question. Y'all ready? Huh? Maybe you didn't hear me. I'm going to ask a $95,000 question. And I want you to give me the answer. Now, I need to start hearing some lights. I need to start hearing it because I'm about to do it. $95,000 question I'm about to ask you right now. Let me see these lines light up. 248-429-7224. right now with your man, the one and only MrSan44Man. I want to know, can you answer this $95,000 question? Let me see where it goes. What you think? Can you handle it? Huh? Can you handle it? $95,000 question. Now I'm 248-429-7224. That's all I got to do. I'm going to ask you a $95,000 question. And I want to see if you're going to answer.
$95,000.
$95,000 question I'm about to ask. And I want to see who knows the answer to it. $95,000 question. Come on now.
Do the person get $95,000?
Right. Please explain.
You get $95,000 in spirit, in praise, but as far as cash money, you won't go down like that, baby.
So you sound like a Baptist minister, huh?
Well, help me.
Y'all can cut that out.
You know I gotta pay for that bills. You know I'm behind on my payments.
Preach, preacher.
I need to pay the woman.
Well.
And they don't want nobody, they ain't getting no money.
Ooh, yeah.
And you know how that go.
Radio.net, y'all.
Y'all know we fools over here. Come on now, 248-429-7224. Who gonna answer this $95,000 question? Because if you don't call me in the next 1 minute, I'm gonna release the question and I'm gonna answer for myself because we need to find out what's up with this because this question really affects.
Before you get into your question, you got a viewer here on the Facebook feed.
Okay.
Yvonne Finley.
Okay.
She says the internet makes people safe. What does she mean by that? Do you know?
I don't want to really speculate, but I think that she feel like that she can communicate immediately just because, like, you know how people did things like if they were in trouble or something like that nature, and they were able to text something to somebody, if somebody was breaking in their house, or murder was going down, or something was happening. She probably feels like that, like the internet keeps you safe because you can relay out something,
No, I
information
think
quick.
she's saying
What do you
like
think?
people, you can be a bully, you can talk smack because you're not in that person's face. And
But
they
that's
don't
not
really
safe.
know you.
Well,
So a lot of people feel safe being able to, like Twitter thugs, people like that.
Oh, then you soft as buttercream frosting. What the
People
hell?
who can skid on your Facebook
which
and they'll
call did
say
you just
stuff.
call? You can call right back.
They'll say stuff, but then if you see them face to face, it's a whole different situation.
But then that means it's going down.
But I think that's what she's saying.
But here's the thing. There are people that I grew up with that I've been knowing my whole life that are non-confrontational people.
Okay.
But I see them online saying all kind of tough stuff. And I mean, I've been, when you went to school with somebody, you pretty much know if he was the one that was getting chased home from school.
Right, if he's built that way or what.
Well,
right.
Some of these dudes now, man, I mean, they be on Facebook, man, talking like straight gangsters.
Right.
I don't want to mention any names, but people that know me know who I'm talking about because I've called these people out.
Right.
But I found out that, in our business, our job is not just necessarily to call people out.
Right.
Here
we got a caller coming in. They must have that $95,000 question.
Yes.
Somehow.
Oh, somehow it's tied to this phone.
We're going to have to fix that.
We're going to definitely have to fix that.
But yeah, there are a lot of people, like people have actually had altercations. Some people have been killed. I mean, it's been young people who have been bullied on social media and have committed suicide because there are so many people that feel like they can hide behind their Twitter thumbs, Facebook, whatever. And it's really crazy out here.
Right. Okay, viewers, I'm going to give you another phone number to call. You can call me 313-516-1990. 313-516-1990. And give me a call. And I'm still asking this question, but now I'm not going to ask the question no more. I'm going to make the statement. Okay, here's a $95,000 question. Why are white 5 times richer than blacks in the United States of America.
Say that again.
Why are whites 5 times richer than blacks in America? Now, I'm going to read some information to you, and you can track this information through The Guardian if you choose to. A typical U.S. white family is 5 times richer than an African American counterpart, according to a study. And it's alarming. It's alarming. A huge wealth gap has opened up between black and white people in the U.S. over the past quarter of a century. A difference sufficient to putting 2 children through a university because of racial discrimination and economic policies that favor the affluent. A typical white family is 5 times richer than an African American counterpart of the same class, according to a report released today by Brandeis University in Massachusetts. White families typically have assets worth $100,000, up from $22,000 in the mid-'80s. Now, African American families' assets have just climbed from 5,000 up to 5,000 from around $2,000. So now, when you think about it, we're talking $22,000 used to be in the mid-'80s, and now the net worth of a white family is $100,000. Now, we saying that black American families had up to around $2,000, but now just starting to receive $5,000. I mean, does the mathematics even add up? We talking 4 figures to 6? How do you think black America can keep up with that? A quarter of black families have no assets at all. The study monitored more than 2,000 families since 1984. And we walked through that essentially a generation, and what we see is that radical wealth gap has galloped, and it's escalated to $95,000. Tom Shapiro, one of the authors of the report by the University Institute and the assets on the social policies. And he goes on to say that that's primarily because whites in the sample were able to accommodate financial assets from their $22,000 all the way to $100,000. And African American wealth essentially flatlined, meaning went dead. The survey does not include housing equality because it's not a reality accessibly to the rarely realized as cash. But if property was indicated in the further, it would further widely divide us. How is this, ladies and gentlemen, around the world? Everybody, oh, I'm doing just as good as the white folks. No, you're not. These little pennies we get. You really think so? 22,000 to 100,000, Sonya. How does that happen? When you got 2,000 and talking about you making a little bread because you getting $5 grand.
I think there are so many reasons why there is that gap. One that I can think of is we don't recirculate our money. We don't our money.
We don't reinvest it in our community.
In our communities, we go outside of the community and invest in other businesses and so forth. And that money that they spend, or even with the, you look at so many different businesses in the city that are not owned by black people. Mm-hmm. They're not spending their money in the city with the black people. Mm-hmm. When they get their money, a lot of, especially those who are from other countries, they send their money back home.
Yes, they do.
They send it back to their families and all of that stuff.
I've worked with Arabs that was in terrorist countries, Yemen and everything. I said, you send money back home to your family? Yes, $12,000. I said, well, goddamn, how do you live? You make a little bit of money. No, I wait the whole month. I don't spend nothing. Bring his lunch every day, everything. Send his money back home to Yemen.
Absolutely. And
I was like,
yeah, and absolutely. So it's a lot of things. Like we don't teach our children money early on. Right. By the time our kids start understanding their credit score, they already done had a light bill and so forth in their name, and they only 14.
One of my fans said, "You right." Who we got on the line? Anybody who can get? Hold on, caller. We'll see if we can pull you. It's your man, the one and only MrSan44Man. You're tuned in to Detroit Raw Live. How are you? Who is this? Hi, Dion. How you doing? What's going on with you? You got a comment on what we was talking about? Why are whites 5 times richer than blacks in America? Why are whites 5 times richer than blacks in America? Mm. Right. Girl, don't they? And how's that? I mean, they be like 15, 20 in a house, 2 bedroom. We be like, what? You know that's right. We're like, hey, ain't nobody about to stay up in here, but hell, you need help paying your rent. You got it. Thank you, baby, for calling. I appreciate that. I got to take this next call. It's your man, the one and only MrSan44Man. You're tuned into Detroit Raw Live. Who is this? Hey, Peggy, where you calling from? Okay, now let me ask you a question, Peggy. Why are whites 5 times richer than blacks in America? Woo. Mm. Okay. Right. Uh-huh. Is it because you think that we are you thinking, is it because that we lacking the availability of the black man due to death and incarceration, or there's just not enough programs to teach the young men? They say they can't hear the callers. Hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 Right.
Whatever you want to call it, to where we know that it's going to affect our children, whether they're male, female, whatever. It's going to affect our children, and we don't care enough. We don't care enough to worry about our own household, make sure that our own house, our bills are paid.
Right.
And we cut ourselves off from the community, and other cultures are not doing it.
Right.
I know that you have some people that say, oh, I'm not working in the same place as my sister or my brother.
Right.
We can't work together. But every other culture has their grandchildren, their
right.
their sons, cousins, mothers, and like you all just said, they send the money back home.
Right. I'm glad that you called. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, we're right. You're right. Well, thank you for your opinion, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for calling Detroit Raw, and I love you. Thank you very much for calling in. She was right, ladies and gentlemen. We don't take care of our own. In science, you heard her. We don't. We too busy having. Here we got another caller. Let's see what this caller's got to say. It's your man, MrSan44Man. You tuned in to Detroit Raw Live. Who is this? What's happening, player? How you doing? I'm all right. Answer this question for me. Why are whites 5 times richer than blacks in America?
Oh, wow. 2 reasons. The first reason is they have better access to ways to create wealth, and we taught that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably after we go to college, and we already in debt. They teach it when you were brought up on the desire on how to build wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, African Americans don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And some still don't understand it when they become adults.
Okay.
Some are not having to save and invest money.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been programmed to be consumers.
Right. We have. We really have. And do you feel like if a person goes to college, that they still kind of be behind the 8 ball, even though they're going to college and trying to get a better career and job, that because of the financial aspect of it, like financial aid that they're going to have to utilize and whatever?
Well, here's the thing. Most black people go to college with a loan.
Mm-hmm.
So you actually get in debt by the time you get out of college because you took so much debt to get a degree.
Right.
So now you get in debt to defeat the purpose. What I know is we are so eager to go to school that we don't go to community college and transfer our presidential scholarship. I know of certain other races who've done that,
Mm-hmm.
who passed the test that they do that.
Mm-hmm.
And now since all the trades basically at the community college level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically what are you really trying to do? Most people don't really want to go to college.
Right.
In order to go to college is a thing. We actually learn you need to be a doctor.
Right.
Or a politician to go to college because that's going to get you in those careers still in college.
Right.
If you're not trying to do none of that, you don't really need to go to college.
Right. Well, I'm going to have to cut you off right there because right now my time is up. It's your man, the one and only MrSan44Man. I really appreciate you, brother, for your opinion. Thank you very much for giving me a call. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's on that 8 o'clock hour. Your man, the one and only MrSan44Man. I'll see y'all next week, world. Take care of yourself. Yeah, right here. Yeah, what I heard you say is in the hospital. What happened?